Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris, and today we are taking a look at this bad boy. Now, this right here is, I don't know how to pronounce the name. I always say MAFEX, but I do hear some people say MAFEX. I'm not sure which one it is. But either way, I believe that this is a Japanese import style of figure, much like Figuarts. So if we're gonna compare it to something, it's kind of similar or within the same kind of like realm. Basically highly detailed, highly articulated, and extremely accurate, typically, to the source material. Now, this guy right here, I just picked up locally, actually. There was SAC Anime, which is basically our anime convention and stuff. So it's pretty big as far as like this area goes. It gets packed. It's usually a 3-day thing. Yeah, we've been to them a number of times. My son's totally into anime. I'm into comic books. But either way, they had this guy right here, and I figured, it, man, why not? This is only my second MAFEX or MAFEX figure. My first one, actually, I got for a good price because this was expensive. But the reason why I got the first one at a great price is because it was used, which is something that I actually really recommend for anybody, whether you're already into collecting action figures or if you are new and just getting started. Like, getting used stuff, so long as it's in good shape, is the best way to go. Typically, that's your cheapest option, and you get the same results if you're just gonna open it. So why not get used? So yeah, my first one was Wolverine. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right over there in the corner is, I have like a full-on like X-Men display. I was gonna split them up between blue and gold teams, but I decided not to. But either way, I have Wolverine. It's been touted as one of the best Wolverine figures of all time. I would agree. I like it a lot. But either way, this is the packaging, and this is really cool. This is, I think, is like one of the coolest looking packaging that you can get on any like comic book style figures. So you basically have that Marvel Comics look where you would typically have like the issue number and stuff like that. It's really dope. It's got the little specs on there. I love this suit personally. My first ever like Cyclops and X-Men figure was this right here. I don't have one loose. I did grab this, you know, afterwards, and I have them displayed downstairs in our other studio, which is where we do all of our shoe reviews. But yeah, this is a vintage figure. I love these. These are so awesome. And then we've got this guy right here, which is the re-release or the Marvel Legend version. And I think that this is just totally epic. I love that they have recreated my childhood, but a bazillion times better. And now we've got this, and this is just my childhood leveled up a few notches and on steroids. And this is the side of the box, this is the back of the box, the other side of the box, the top of the box. I mean, even this looks cool. And then there is the bottom of the box. Now, what I'd like to do is do a deep dive on Cyclops, but I'm not going to do that because this is about an action figure. However, he's one of the original 5 members of the X-Men, debuted in X-Men issue 1. Most people should know that, but just in case you don't.
Knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
This suit, on the other hand, is not his original costume. Now, with this not being his first suit, you might want to know where this suit originated from. A mini recap, if you will. In the 80s, Cyclops' life became absolutely f***ed. We saw this very loosely done in the recent X-Men 97 animated series over on Disney+. But basically, Jean Grey died. He ended up marrying Madeline Pryor, who he thought was Jean. And then that led to his eventual retire from superheroing the X-Men and all that stuff. Again, we saw this kind of play out in X-Men 97, but not exactly like the comics, and it was done so tastefully, it was amazing. He then very soon found out that Jean actually survived. Again, we saw this in X-Men 97, but just a little bit different. He decided to team back up with his original 5 X-Men members, but not become the X-Men once again. Instead, they became X-Factor. A lot of you guys might hear that name and be like, actually, that's his brother's team, Havoc. This is true, but before it was Havoc's team, it was this guy's team. And with the brand new team came brand new suits, and the first suit was just like this. However, instead of it being blue and white, it was actually blue and yellow, and then it would later change to blue and white. And some people don't love this suit. They think that it's plain. I understand where they're coming from, but like I said, this one right here, just one of my favorites, ultra nostalgic, and I think it is absolutely beautiful. Now, first things first, inside the box, it actually comes with its own display stand. This is awesome. I've said this before, but I'll say it many times over. I buy these separately. I bought them on, I can't remember how to pronounce it. I call it Temu usually, but I think it's called Temu. You can get them really cheap in package deals over there, or you can go to Amazon, a little bit more expensive, but you'll get them a lot faster. And then there's these guys, which obviously, again, came with the product, so I love that because then I don't have to bust one of these guys out. Now, once you open up the outer shell, I mean, this guy is just beautiful, dude. It comes with a little piece of plastic covering his face just to make sure he doesn't get scratched in the box. And this, my friends, is what I like to call a premium action figure. This is a full-on collectible. Like, this is super cool. His face looks great. The hair sculpt looks great. The body looks great. You can see that the blue is metallic. Now, as far as articulation goes, you got all kinds of stuff going on. You've got this butterfly wing right there, so you can really rock those shoulders forward. You can make him be like, yo, LeBron in it, or you can make him rock all the way back like he's like gonna be flying down, just like how he did in X-Men 97, and then do the whole flippy-do, massive effects blast, superhero landing, and then of course he muttered the words.
To me, my X-Men.
I'm touching myself tonight.
Now you get two blaster effects. You got a thin one and a wide-based one, and then you get this extra visor piece with just the kind of like smoke effect coming out of there. This is super sick. I'm not sure which face it goes into or which head. Maybe it goes into both. I'm not actually sure yet, but this is dope. I really like this. Now this head sculpt is the one that comes with the blank visor, and that's where you slot in the two blaster effects. It's very snug, so be gentle, be patient. You don't want to break anything here. These are expensive, but you can't tell me that this isn't badass. Holy crap. Might need to bust out my special sock for this one. Now he comes with 3 alternate head accessories. Obviously we've got the one where you put in the blaster effect, and then we've got this one right here with his ruby red glasses. This is really cool too. It doesn't seem like you could pull the glasses off and put the visor in, which is a little odd since this is the one with the kind of like angry or gritted teeth effect as far as his face sculpt goes. So you'd think that this is the one that you'd want the blaster effect on, but it's not the one. And then he comes equipped with the stoic looking face. No blaster effect, just a straight up ruby red visor. And yeah, and it looks like this head, I'm not sure like which one you put that in or how you even take it out. It did come with this. Maybe these are instructions. Hold on. Just kidding, no instructions. I assume it's to register your action figure. Yeah, and there's no instructions on the box. Very odd. This is the only, oh, there you go. All right, so the stoic face, you pry that off. You gotta be careful, do it from the back side, and then his visor comes right out. And then you can take the new visor, or the one with the smoke effect, plop that in there. Man. So yeah, this is cool. I love the stoic face on there, but I would really prefer the gritting teeth one, but that is just a nitpick, but it is something that I would like. One thing that I will definitely like minorly nitpick or complain about is just the fact that my favorite look of this guy is with the full hooded suit on. So this one actually comes with that more Jim Lee era where his hair is out and everything like that. And I just preferred, you know, the original face sculpt or the original head sculpt, which this does not come with. I wish that it did. I think that that would make this a 10 out of 10. Right now it's like a 9.8. And it comes with this little blue thing right here, and if you don't know what that is, it actually goes with the 2 head sculpts that don't feature the entire like Jim Lee look with the, you know, the piece going up to his hair. So essentially it's his little hood area, which would make sense if it was the full-on hood, but it's not, it's just the hair piece. But essentially he comes with a left and right of the 2-fingered this thing so that he can do his optic blast, whether you want your Cyclops to be right-handed or left-handed. He also comes with a left and a right pointing hand, a left and a right semi-relaxed hand, and then straight out of the package he comes equipped with double fists. That sounds fun. And yeah, man, this is just one heck of a figure. This is so freaking sick. This is so awesome. I forgot to keep going over the rest of the articulation, but essentially he's got a rocker ball joint up here in the upper torso, same thing in the lower, so he's got that waist joint there. In addition to the butterflies, you could twist his biceps. You've got double joints in the elbows. He has very similar ball joints in the wrist to a McFarlane figure, and then the hands kind of pop off really easily, so be careful with that. His hips are not anything crazy as far as like his upper thighs go, but you know, he can do full-on kicks and all of that stuff. Double joints in the knees. Actually has a toe articulated joint. I love when they have those. And then he's got a ball joint at the ankle where you can rock it back and forth, and then you can also turn, and then you can kind of do one of these things where you can like really pivot it so you can get him in a really good stance. And I know that this isn't the best way to compare action figures, but here's just a comparison with a regular Marvel Legends. They're, you know, roughly the same scale. The overall bulk is a little bit different depending on what part of them you're looking at, like the legs or the feet. But yeah, overall this figure is awesome. You can pose him in all kinds of amazing ways. I just love everything from the blast effects to the non-blast effect, the little like smoky-eyed thing. I love all the hand sculpts, even though they are fairly repetitive, but it's still awesome that they give you a left and right of everything. This to me is not quite an action figure. This is a collectible. This is an action figure. This is not. Would I recommend these? Overall, hell yeah. This is a great figure, especially if you're into high-end collectibles, import figures. Again, if you are balling balling on a budget basically, and you don't want to spend a ton of money, which is the way that I usually roll, and I barely have any of these things. This is my second one. Like I do not buy expensive figures. Then I do recommend just going for the loose stuff. So find one used. A lot of times when you do find them used, you do find them complete with packaging and all of that stuff. So it's not like you're missing anything. It's not a true loose figure where it's just the figure and the accessories, or sometimes just the figure itself. So yeah, if you're balling on a budget, go with Marvel Legends, go loose or used. But every once in a while, if you got it like that,
3 words for you: treat yourself.
Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed everything. I've been having a lot of fun. I hope that you have too. Sound off below and let me know what you think about this guy down below in the comment section. Do you have any MAFEX or MAFEX figures? If you do, which ones? Or if you don't and you're eyeing them, which ones are you eyeing? I really like the Gambit. I really like Psylocke. Will I end up buying them? Probably not, but man, they're pretty. And again, let me know what you think about this guy right here in the comment section. Thank you so much for everything. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you like content like this, obviously. I will catch you guys on the next one. So stay nerdy, my friends, and until next time, y'all have a good one.